Hello everyone, welcome to today's lesson. Guess what? You're going to be really excited because as you can see, we're discussing articles. Let's try to make this really short, brief and concise. We can talk about articles, as you know, every class for years, and you'll still have trouble with these because they're unnatural in Croatian and Slavic languages. So we won't be discussing all of the rules because there are just too many, but we'll focus on some big things that the book focuses on, and we'll focus on some bigger rules, I guess. And we may get into some rules with geography. We'll see as time comes, but if we have time. So let's go ahead and get down to it. So the first thing we talk about is the indefinite article A. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, A and N. If you remember anything, I want you to remember this. A and N is only used for a singular, countable noun. Okay, now, excuse me. Singular countable noun is, for example, a word like cup, 1 cup. I can put a number in front of it, it's 1 jednina. Okay, so a cup, a cup. Now, the other video in this lesson, you can talk and you can watch that. It discusses more of the phonetics, but we won't go into that. We'll just go more of some bigger rules. Now, a big rule when we're introducing a singular countable noun for the first time. Okay, for example, I bought a chair. I bought a chair from IKEA. All right. Now, this noun, singular countable noun, more specifically, chair, must use or have an article in front of it. We use a here because it's the first mentioning of this chair. Okay, now after we address for the first time the chair, we will use the definite article the. The chair was difficult. We can say to put together or to assemble. Because as you know, and I know, IKEA stuff doesn't come fully assembled, right? So anyway, the reasoning behind this, okay, now the is called a definite article, okay? It's specific. It's not any. A is, or an, is synonymous with any, all right? The is very specific, concrete. Now, we use this because the second mentioning of this chair, we know what chair now. So it's not any, it's a specific chair. It's the one we bought from IKEA. All right, now again, this is a singular countable noun, chair. And with the second mentioning, we use the. Okay, so we never use a singular countable noun, we never use a or an with any other noun type other than singular countable nouns, okay? They only go for singular countable nouns. They go with singular countable nouns. Now, know that singular countable nouns, this is like a relationship, okay? A and N, very faithful. They only modify this singular countable noun. However, this singular countable noun, it can go with whatever it wants to, okay? It can go with the definite article the. It can go with any other type of determiner, okay? So we talk more about determiners in the other video, so if you want to know more about determiners, you can watch that. Now, let's see what the book says here, okay? ANN, we use ANN when we don't specify. Again, it's synonymous with any, okay? You can see here, I saw an amazing film. Now, sometimes this amazing can throw us off because it's an adjective and, oh, the noun film, it's singular countable, right? It has an adjective in front of it. We don't need the article, right? Wrong, we do. All right, doesn't matter. If you have a singular countable noun, you will always find some form of determiner in front of it. It's the law. So deal with it. Sorry. It's just a fact. So, have you got a dictionary? App. Okay, now the actual noun is app, application. So have you got a dictionary? App. Okay, now here's a quick rule with A and N. When do we use A? When do we use N? By this level, B2, we should know this. We do not base this rule with spelling. We base this rule with the sound the word produces, the phonetics. The sound of the word following the article must be of a vowel form or sound. For example, A, E, I, O, U. Car is consonant. Okay, apple is vowel. House is consonant. Ha, ha. Egg is vowel. Hour. Here's why we don't go by the spelling, because hour is spelled with a consonant, but its sound is vowel. Hour. Okay? And contrarily, here we have a vowel, but it sounds of consonant. Okay? Like epsilon. So that's the rule. It's based on the sound, not the spelling. So know that. The definite article we've already mentioned, okay? Definite articles are concrete. They are specific. All right? So there, when we talk and use definite articles, it is implicit sometimes, or we use inference. The speaker, okay, the speaker knows what we're referring to. If I ask you, can you please close the door? Well, you know what door. It's not any door. It's the one probably closest to us. If I ask you to close the window, it's the same thing. It's implicit, okay? I'm using inference. Inference, okay? Good word for you. Inference. Inference. It's implicit. Okay, you know, if, for example, you call the Uber or the taxi service and you have a flight in the morning and he comes to pick you up and you ask him, can you take me to an airport? Well, guess what? He'd probably look at you and question, what airport are you talking about? Because it's the airport usually, unless there are multiple airports in the city. But and if that's the case, then we just say the name of the airport. Take me to JFK, take me to LaGuardia, take me to whichever specific airport you need to go to. So take me to the airport means take me to the only one in the city usually, and you know what airport that we're talking about. So let's go over some, let's go over some rules, okay? So this is concert here specific. It's the one last night. It's not any concert, the one last night. You can see a correlation with definite articles and defining relative clauses, okay? Now, a defining relative clause is a clause, for example, that's the man who I saw last night. Now, for time, that's a simple sentence. Now, the relative clause here is who I saw, okay? It's a specific man. It's not any man. So you hear this defining word, a definite article. Well, these are very synonymous, and it's not a coincidence, okay? Because a defining article, why not use that with a defining clause? Because it's specific. It defines which, okay? It's specific to which. So there is a correlation, a pattern when we use defining relative clauses. We usually, not always, but we usually use the defining article, the, okay? Now, there are other rules we use with superlatives, the best, the most, the least, okay? And here we get into the use of rivers and valleys. Now, you have to learn these rules, okay? There's no other way around it. But usually when we're talking about something with plurality, okay, meaning monogena, for example, we use a defining article, the defining article, the. For example, if we have one of something, I could say an island, right? I use zero article. If I'm talking about a chain of islands, I would say the Cornati, the Bahamas, okay? Jamaica is an island, it's a country actually. But if we're talking about something in plural form, we usually use the. It even includes countries. For example, Croatia is singular, is množina, is singular, but the Netherlands has a plural meaning. The United States, the United Kingdom, it has a plural meaning. Okay, so for deserts, mountain ranges, valleys, rivers, the Sava, okay, the Sava. All right. Now, no article. We use like the singular countable noun for the first mentioning, okay? If I say I went and bought chairs, okay? Chairs is a plural countable noun. So I use zero article for the first mentioning of chairs. Likewise, if I use an uncountable noun for the first mentioning, okay, the first time I mention it, I bought furniture from IKEA. When I got home, I put the furniture together. It is the same concept. So for singular countable nouns, for the first mentioning, we use a or an. I bought a chair from IKEA. I put the chair together when I got home. For plural countable nouns, we use zero article. I went to IKEA to buy chairs. I could even use a quantifier. I could say some chairs. Or if we have an uncountable noun, furniture, we can use zero article as well. These are specific rules to zero articles, and let us do a little practice together, and we'll try to hurry, but we'll see. Okay, all right. So complete the conversations using a and n. Okay, now how do blank prices generally compare? Okay. Okay. So how do any prices? The prices, not any prices, because these are specific prices between the UK, because it has a plural meaning, and the United States, okay? It is plural. All right, I'd say for USA is generally cheaper, certainly for everyday things like clothes, that's 0, okay? Or the directions say do, put that. Food is uncountable. The first time we mention it, okay? You can even put it 0 article for things. Things is plural. It's the first time we mentioned it. So we use 0 article, okay? Let's do one more. I think blank cars should be banned in city centers. Now, this is a general thought, okay? Just we're speaking generally, okay? So when we're speaking generally, we use 0 article if we have a plural or countable noun. All right, the rest you can do for homework. All right, so we'll see you in class. Have a wonderful, marvelous day or night. Bye.